Long story short, my wife feels like I'm disconnected from the marriage because I don't walk around emotional and, I don't, I guess she wants me to, like tell her more, like, I love you and just like be more like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the word for it, but I guess the word I'm thinking is more emotional.
Welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing today, Justin?
All is well, John.
Hey, I was calling, man, to get your advice on something, or I guess get your intake on something. I've been watching your show for some years now, and I mean, I always kind of been this person, but it kind of like, I guess gave me confirmation when I heard you like say it when I first started watching you. But basically, long story short, my wife feels like I'm disconnected from the marriage because I don't walk around emotional and, I don't, I guess she wants me to, like tell her more, like, I love you and just like be more like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the word for it, but I guess the word I'm thinking is more emotional. But I kind of like show my love, you know what I mean? Like, I take care of my family and I go to work every day. I provide. Like, she doesn't have to pay no bills. She doesn't have to really worry about anything in life. She chooses to work, but she don't necessarily have to work because I pay all the bills. She does take care of the house and stuff, but I kind of, that's how I show my love by like just, playing my role as a man, but she wants me to be like more, because it may be days I may be tired. I might just come home and just relax. I may not be talking and stuff. And I'm just a quiet person by nature anyway. But she feels like I'm disconnected from the marriage because I'm like that.
And your question for me is what?
I guess my question is, do you feel like that's a disconnection, or is that just like, you know what I'm saying? Is that me doing what I'm supposed to do?
Based on the information you're giving me, your wife is saying that you're not letting me control you. You're not worshiping me. You're not serving the devil with me. I need you to come back into hell with me. Why do you think you're going to escape hell when I'm still in hell? Rather than saying to you, I would like to come out of the hell that I'm in. How are you overcoming emotion? Because you're supposed to help her, since you're the husband and you're the head of your wife, you're supposed to help bring her out of the hell and not let her pull you back into the hell. That's what mamas do. They pull their children back into hell with them. And if you try to get away, they'll go after you. They'll build an armor against you because not one is allowed to escape hell and try to go free. They will turn on you. Because emotions are hell, is evil. And that hell in her can't stand that you're not feeding into it too. It's like, what the?
Yeah. And so basically, so you feel like I'm doing the right thing, right? Because we kind of had like a little bump in the road here lately. Everything was good, I mean, overall, our marriage was great, you know what I mean? But we just had a little bump in the road. I was like, I figured I'd call you, get your intake. But she said something that bothered me. And things don't really bother me much. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it bothered me, but it made me feel some type of way. And she was just like, because basically, like, I'm just quiet. You know what I mean? A lot of times, especially like nowadays, like the older I get, the more quieter I get. I don't really be wanting to talk to people a lot, and I just kind of, just be around. I hang out with the kids and stuff, but I'm quiet for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I talk when there's a need to, but
right.
Yeah, she feel like I'm disconnected, and she was just like, if you feel like you want to see other people, then let me know or something like that. And I was just like, how's me? I didn't understand how me just, I didn't understand that too much. You know what I mean? I don't know if she was just trying to get her. I don't know if she. Go ahead.
No, finish your point.
Oh, I was saying, at first I was thinking maybe she was just trying to get a reaction out of me, because at first when she was like arguing and stuff and going off, I wasn't like like reacting to it. I just was like, all right, well, I hope you have a better day. Like, you know, I don't know why you're acting like this, but you know what I mean? I just wasn't reacting to it. I was like, maybe that was just a way for her to try to get me to react or something. You know what I mean?
It is. That's exactly what the hell in her trying to do, is to get a reaction from you so that it can feel good and still draw you back into her hell. And so she'll say nice things to you that, oh, I love you, but you never wish at me. She's not gonna say wish, but you don't care about my feelings.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, then she'll say something bad to you like that, to do something to get a reaction. And the moment you react to it, you're giving her a sigh of relief, because she knows that that thing is not her, but that hell in her knows that has control over you because you have overreacted.
Yeah.
It's all about bringing you back into hell. And the spirit of hell is controlling her through thoughts and emotions, because when you're not making her feel so-called good, she's having a lot of conflict. And the only reason she's only way that the conflict gonna settle down for a minute, because she's not getting over it like that, is to get life from you by getting a reaction. It's a false life, but she called it life. That's why she said that to you.
And what do you think about because she feels like, because I'm like all for the, like, everything I do is like 'cause we have 4 kids together, so everything I do is kind of based on the kid. So, like, if we take a trip, I'm always like, all right, what is there for the kids to do? I'm always thinking about, like, what's the best interest for the kids. But that's another thing why she feels like I'm disconnected, because she feels like, you know, like me and her, she's still, like, going, like, personal dates and stuff, like, without the kids. But I never want to do anything without the kids. I kind of, everything I want to do, I want to include the kids. But she's just like, well, we still need to have our time, you know, me and like husband and wife time. And I'm like, you know, but like the kids are like a part of us now, you know what I mean? But like once they get grown, like we'll have our time again, but this is like our time for the kids. That's how I feel. But like, what do you think about that?
Next time she says that, you know what? We already had our time. We made 4 children. we had our time making these babies. Mothers don't love their children. The father loves the children. The mothers don't love the children. And that's why they always want it's to be about them. They want that world, your world, the kids' world, everybody's world to rotate around them, because they're so insecure, because Satan is their daddy. And they want that. They have so much conflict and pain and hatred in their heart. They're trying to find something outwardly to make them feel better. And by you not rotating your world around her, it's bringing on hell for her. She's jealous of you with the children. And I would watch her, because you're there for the kids. She's there for herself. And if you pay attention to the children but not to her, she's going to end up destroying your children. Because the spirit, which is her father in her, the devil, would cause her to become jealous of the children and mad at the children and mad at you, and she'll turn your kids against you. She would become impatient with them. She would do everything she can to destroy your children because of her ego, which is of the devil, being hurt and not fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about her. Women do not love children. Mothers do not love children. They only have hatred in their hearts until they overcome that. And until your wife start working on herself, you need to watch your children.
Yeah, because I feel like what you're saying is true. Because every time like we have like a like basically like this last I don't like to say arguments, but it's basically an argument, but basically a speed bump in the road. She like she would always tell me how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd just be like, well, you can't tell me how I feel, but you can express to me how you feel. But she, everything with the argument is like, well, if you feel like you want to do this and do that, and you're not, you're disconnected from, and I'm just like, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she was like, she's telling me I'm unhappy and all this stuff, and I'm just like, I'm not. I mean, I'm happy, like, but she's telling me I'm this and I'm that, but I'm not that. You know what I mean?
She's trying to
And
get
I could, yeah.
that spirit is trying to get a reaction from you. Is she? And what I would do, I would recommend, do what you want, of course. I would recommend when she's carrying on like that, you just remind her, you know what? You need to overcome that anger. You need to overcome that hell in you. You're trying to get something from me that I don't have to give. I can't make you free. You need to start working on yourself. And this stupid idea, oh, we need to go on a date thing with the children, without the children, that's evil. That's selfishness. That's what the world have taught her. And she tried to pass it on to you and your children. Don't fall for it. But tell her she need to overcome that anger, overcome evil. She need to forgive her mother. She need to return to her father. She need to do the silent prayer. Otherwise, it's just going to get worse, man. And it'll get so bad that she will start physically fighting with you. She would. And if any of your children look like you, they're going to catch the real hell because that jealous spirit in her is not going to like that. The worst thing for children in a home with a mother is for the father to love the children and the children love the father. That spirit of the mother is not going to like that, and she will work overtime to destroy it. And it's not her, but it's the spirit of her God in her, the devil. And so I would have you talked to her about overcoming her anger, the anger?
When I first started watching you, which was years ago, it probably was at least 5 years ago when I started watching you. I told her about it and everything, and she went and forgave her mom, but she doesn't listen. Like, she doesn't listen to your show. So of course, I'm listening to it every day, so I'm hearing what I need to do and on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
yeah.
I think it was more so she just went and did it because I said, I mentioned it, because I still see like her mom, they have a terrible relationship. She has a terrible relationship with her mom.
Of course.
And I think that's it's affecting us. She doesn't see it. I see it. And, when I mention it, I could tell she really don't see it. And she thinks I don't like her mom. But what it is I'm seeing how it's affecting her relationship with her mom is affecting our marriage.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
I do.
Because she has such a bad, relationship with her mom that it's causing her to go through hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, absolutely. And the hell in her is trying to repeat the same cycle that happened to her and her family. The mother recreated the family into her image. Now she's trying to recreate your family in her image. And that evil spirit goes on from generation to generation because a lot of fathers don't see it like you do. They don't understand what's going on in this woman. They don't know why she's so out of control and emotional and carrying on, because they don't understand that her mother passed that same hell on to her and recreated her in her image. And unless your wife is ready to overcome it, there's nothing you can do about it to make her overcome it, but point it out. And when she does get to you, and if she does, just notice what you're thinking and feeling. Just notice that, but don't let her know you're feeling that way. Because if you do, you're giving life to her. That thing in you that's overreacting is giving life to her, and they'll double team against you, and they'll try to destroy you. The spirit in you and that spirit in her. So if you do feel something, just notice it, but don't give into it. Know that it's not you, and don't give into the evil that's coming out of her. Just let her know, you know what, you got hell in you. You need to overcome the hell in you. I'm not coming back into your hell. It ain't going to happen, so you might well calm down and overcome it. And don't play the game with her at all because you're playing with evil.
Yeah, and she thinks that, because I've told her that, and anytime I mention her mom, and I'm like, your relationship with your mom is causing you to have a, bad relationship with me at times. Like when y'all, when y'all are going through it, when you and your mom are going through it, it kind of affects your mental state. You know what I mean?
It does.
But every time I say that, she's like, why do you just have this hate towards my mom? She thinks I'm talking bad about her mom, but I'm telling her that it's affecting us because her mom have a bad relationship.
You should ask her, why does she hate her mother so much? Have you ever asked her why she hate her mother so much?
Yeah, she'll just lie about it and just say, well, no, I love her. And I'm like, well, y'all don't love each other because y'all talk bad about each other, y'all argue, and y'all fight. That's not love.
Right.
You know? But she'll just say that. She's just like, I don't hate my mom. I love my mom. And I'm just like, that's not love to me, you know?
Well, you're dealing with pure evil in this woman, and you're fortunate in that you can see it. How old are your children?
My oldest is 9. I got a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
Well, let them know that don't be angry at mama. Don't get mad at her. When she impose her will on them and, impatience and all that. And to let you know if mama make them feel bad so you can correct her. And the kids will see it. And don't correct her in some private room somewhere. You do it with the kids there, and you stay patient. And the kids will see the love in you, and they will see the hate in the mother, and they will see that the father loved them, and that way you can keep them close to you spiritually.
Yeah, I've noticed that has helped my children a lot. I heard you say that on several occasions, even years ago, and I used to never do that because I used to feel like, dang, anytime me and my wife have a disagreement, I need to get away from the kids. But ever since I heard you say it, and I do it right in front of the kids, it's like I see the joy in their eyes. Like, I could just look in my kids' eyes and just see it. I'm like, dang, that's crazy.
Because they see
you know what I mean?
They see that the father loved them and they feel protected in the same way that you see that God loved you. Your father, God loved you. And in him, in his love, you're protected. Well, it's the same spirit that comes through the father to the children and to the mother too, but the mother may not accept it because she's all rooted in hell. And she may not ever accept it, but it may take 50 years or so, and then you'll die. But at least you'll die with a smile on your face, knowing your children are fine.
Right.
And so, but just continue to do that. Be patient. Don't overreact. And the kids will see the love coming through you. And the mother, as I said, will not be able to turn them away from you. And your kids will grow up, and they will grow up in love, and the spirit of love in you will cause a whole new generation of love rather than hate. And that's what God is trying to do through human beings. He's trying to create love, but most human beings love hate so much. They love anger. It can't happen through them, but it can happen through you if you want it.
Okay.
So
that sounds good, man.
Yeah, don't get angry at her. Don't let her see you angry at all. If she makes you feel something, stay quiet about it. But deal with her with patience and honesty.
Okay.
All right? Amazing. Call me again, John. I got to run, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good one, man.
You too, buddy.